seek help, and the stigma. On the news this evening. Rivers lawmakers' defection dispute continues as court will rule on 2 suits next year. Court adjourns case of police inspector killed at checkpoint in Rivers State. Arewa Consultative Forum in Rivers State urges police action on members abducted on Abuja-Lokoja Road. Senate sacks CCT chairman over alleged misconduct. On the foreign scene, Ukraine reportedly fires UK-made missiles into Russia. I am Kalada Kurubatvo. Good evening. Let's first go for a quick commercial. When we do come back, the news in detail. Back now to the news in detail. Justice Emmanuel Obele of the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt will, on the 21st of January 2025, deliver ruling on suits filed separately by the Labour Party and 3 lawmakers loyal to Governor Siminalayi Fubara against Martin Amaewhule and 26 other lawmakers of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Victor Okojumbo, Sukari Goodboy, and Adolphus Timothy asking the court to declare the seats of Martin Amaewhule and 26 other lawmakers vacant following the announcement of their defection from the PDP to the APC in December 2023. Speaking to newsmen after the court proceedings, lawyer to the Labour Party Clifford Chukwu said his client wants the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to conduct a by-election for the 27 lawmakers who defected to the APC.
Our position is simple, that these persons voluntarily came out and told the world that they had defected. As a matter of fact, we saw it on Channels TV, saw it on TVC, and we have now come here to tell the court that, look, haven't done that, they should vacate the seat so that INEC can conduct a by-election where everybody, including Labour Party, will contest. Furthermore, at the Federal High Court in Abuja, they deposed to an affidavit reflecting the fact that they have defected. The PDP also responded to that affidavit, admitting that they have defected.
The lawyer to Martin Amewule and 26 other lawmakers, Emeka Onyeka, also spoke.
So what happened today, court needed to trash out the preliminary issue before it gets into the substantive matter. The first defendant, as well as the second to the 28th defendant, were asking the court to order the plaintiff in the matter to file pleadings on the basis that the issue before the court is contentious and is not one of such issues that can be determined on a documentary basis, so to say. That's on ground of our originating summons. So that's the issue that the court has actually taken on today.
Meanwhile, a political analyst, Obinna Nwodim, says the internal crisis within the national leadership of the PDP is far from resolved. Recall that last week a mild drama unfolded at the Court of Appeal when a letter signed by the PDP's national chairman and secretary said it did not authorize the appeal in the case involving the Martin Amewule-led lawmakers. Speaking with correspondent Soibu Ruwari, Dr. Nwodim linked the ongoing tensions to the battle for control of the party ahead of the 2027 elections.
So it's all about looking for how to take the structure of the party in order to gain advantage towards 2027. They are playing the tricks, the intrigues. It is whoever that outwits the other that gains advantage at the end of the day. So that is what everybody, the contending figures in the whole crisis, are trying to. So whether you or you want to continue the case, it's all about how we can get advantage at the end of the day.
Dr. Nwodim for proper mediation to address internal conflict in the PDP.
National, so you and I, a lot of things that are happening with him.
The joint audit involving information hearing. The large district master lawyer defendants cross-examined who identified himself as Aaron Manuel, a police officer from the body. During the examination, Manuel alleged that the suspects assaulted the late Christiana with sticks and blocks, after which she died on the way to the hospital. As you may know, the suspects were reportedly traveling down to our state within 20th of April when they had a duty post. This was at into the station. In the meantime, the Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, in River State, has expressed concern over the continued captivity of some of its members on the road last week. All the staff of National for Technical Education were kidnapped along the Abuja-Lokoja road last week while on their way to Port Harcourt. The State Public Relations Officer of the ACF, Babaji Yao Tanko, in an interview with our correspondent, called on the police to intensify efforts to ensure their unconditional release.
Our concern is very, very high on those kind of things that are happening in those ways. Even if you could go to the media today, our leaders, the Arewa leaders, they are there making some kind of reform on the education and security. So probably we are on it. And we have discussed so much with the foreign government so that they can see how they can put much security on that route. We have called severally, not even now, that the security should at least make enough enforcement on that same route.
Mr. Yao Tanko described the Abuja-Lokoja road as a death trap for motorists, urging security agencies to beef up patrols and ensure safety along the routes.
If that road is blocked, the social economy of the whole country is blocked, because that is one of the major roads they have between the north and the east and the south and the west. You understand me? That road is very essential to us, we the Arewa people, because without that road, the commodities cannot even come to other states, the farmers. So we are calling on the security agencies, please, to put more effort. We know they have been trying their best, but the whole thing, it's not like anything going on there. But I think the security agencies will try and do something.
In a related development, the River State Police Command says its operators rescued a kidnapped victim and recovered an operational vehicle in Oyigbo local government area. Spokesperson of the command, SP Grace Oringe Koko, in a statement said the victim, identified as Madwa Buchi, was rescued after operators swiftly responded to a distress call about armed men who had been shooting sporadically before abducting the individual. SP Ringe Koko said the armed men opened fire upon sighting the police but were overpowered, which led the gunmen to abandon both the victim and their operational vehicle. She said investigation is ongoing. In the same vein, Police operatives, while acting on credible information, coordinated a covert operation at St. Laurinta Street, Oigbo. During the operation, 25-year-old Gabriel Morris of Mercy Ground, Comcom, Oigbo, was arrested. The Rivers State Police Command spokesperson, Gracie Ringokoko, said the suspect, Mr. Morris, confessed to being a member of a syndicate that has been terrorized in Oigbo and its environs in recent times. She said items recovered from him included a locally made pistol and a quantity of weeds suspected to be Indian hemp. We'll go for another quick commercial, but still to come, the Senate sacks CCT chairman over alleged misconduct. Please stay tuned. Hey, welcome back now to the rest of the newscast. The chairman of timber dealers in the Ilabuchi axis of Dio, Port Harcourt, Chikweri, Woha, has called on the Rivers State government to build a fire service station within the area. Speaking in an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Woha said there is a history of yearly fire outbreak at the timber market. He also expressed concerns over the lack of public toilet facilities in the market despite the revenue they generate for the local and state governments.
We don't have government toilet here. If government can do that too, because the market is big. Over 600 people are trading here. People enter here every day. Thousands of Nigerians enter this Ilabuchi timber market. Wood is fire. The state government should put a fire service station within this area. Because every year we have fire. When we call Ajib will not come. We call University First, they won't come. These things are dust. Dust is fire. Market is open place. People smoke. One man alone cannot fight fire. We have a fire service station around here. We can fight fire.
Some traders at the Ilabuchi timber market also shared challenges of insecurity, lack of electric power supply, high cost of fuel, amongst others.
black market 1,400 naira per litre. The duration of the light, at least out of 24 hours, let them give us light, even 14 hours. We are paying for it heavily. This is an industry.
This Elabuchi area, they usually bring lights in the morning. Then all through the day, there's no lights. Even at times at night, we don't still have lights. All these bad boys, they disturb here and there. Some people will come to buy markets. After buying, when you want to leave, you must settle area boys.
Light, they see light, heat the kill us here, and the increasing of the bill. Whether light, they win. Another thing we see, the material we use to do work increase. Like diesel now, diesel the cost, and they'll be on sometimes courtesan wahala.
Away from that, a former PDP chairman, Dan Olassi, says it is unreasonable for former President Olusegun Obasanjo to blame just one person for Nigeria's current situation. Speaking on Arise Television, Mr. Olassi said there are other key figures such as the President of the Senate, governors in several states, and others who also play significant roles in the country's challenges.
So we have fundamental problems of our own institutions being able to democratize the system itself. It is not enough to criticize one person. How about the president of Senate? How about the speaker of the federal house? How about the governors? You know what the governors do in the various? They appoint all the commissioners, they appoint the chairman of local government, they appoint even councillors. We have problem in this country that we don't need to itemize it to one person.
As you may know, former President Olusegun Obasanjo criticized Nigeria's current situation under President Bola Tinubu, alleging that there is widespread corruption, poor leadership, and immorality. In other news, the Senate today removed Yakubu Umar as the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal. He was sacked over allegations of misconduct. Mr. Umar's removal gives way to the official resumption of Abdullahi Bello as the new substantive chairman of the tribunal. 84 senators signed in favor of his removal. The Federal Ministry of Education has sacked the newly appointed Vice Chancellor of the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Bernard Odo. A statement by the Director of Press and Public Relations in the Ministry of Education, Folashade Boriowo, also announced the dissolution of the institution's governing council. Recall that the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, accused the governing council of the institution of failing to follow due process in the appointment of Dr. Odo. Let's go for another quick commercial. When we do return, we will look into the international scene. Ukraine has fired UK-supplied long-range Storm Shadow missiles at Russian targets for the first time. The UK government is not commenting on the reports, but the Defense Secretary says Ukraine's action on the battlefield speaks for itself. It comes after it was confirmed that US made longer-range army tactical missile system struck targets inside Russia days after the White House gave the green light for their use. Now, a quick recap on the news this evening. You heard Rivers lawmakers' defection dispute has continued as court will rule on 2 suits next year. A federal high court has adjourned the case of a police inspector who was killed at a checkpoint in Rivers State. A Arewa Consultative Forum in Rivers State has urged the police to take action on members abducted along Abuja-Lokoja Road. The senators sacked the CCT chairman over an alleged misconduct. On the foreign scene, Ukraine has reportedly fired UK-made missiles into Russia. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Kalada Kurubatubo.